On February 8th, Disney California Adventure marks its 25th anniversary. Over those 25 years, the park has changed a lot, leading to many attractions being designed but not built. This is every cancelled attraction intended for DCA. Let's start by looking at the attractions planned to open with Disney's California Adventure that were never built. Originally advertised in the LA Times announcement of Disney's California Adventure in 1996, the Hollywood section of the park was going to feature an ABC Studio tour. A replica of the tours offered at Disney MGM Studios, but on a simulated movie set, rather than the real sound stages that were used at the time in Florida. Also, as part of that announcement, guests would have been able to witness surfing demonstrations and extreme water sports on Paradise Pier's lagoon. In the end, both the ABC Studio tour and sports demonstrations were cut from their opening day lineup. In one piece of concept art for the original Paradise Pier, a shoot-the-chute style attraction can be seen located between the Fun Wheel and the Orange Stinger, but this attraction never made an appearance when DCA opened. Finally, from this era of the park's opening day attraction Superstar Limo had already closed by January 2002. Several plans were initially put out to replace the attraction, including a Goofy overlay and a Miss Piggy overlay to complement the nearby Muppet Vision attraction. In the end, it was decided it would be better for the park to just have an attraction close than replace it with a minor overlay. Instead, Superstar Limo was replaced in 2006 by Monsters Inc. Mike and Sully to the rescue. Moving into the late 2000s, in late 2007, a $1.1 billion redesign of Disney California Adventure was announced, including a redesign of the entrance and the Cars Land expansion. Cars Land originally started out as Car Land, which would have been themed to 1950s car culture, but the success of the Pixar film Cars led to the land being developed as Cars Land and themed to the Cars movies. Behind the scenes, several new attractions were designed and considered to update Paradise Pier, so more Disney characters could be included, but most of these were cancelled as funds were diverted to realising Cars Land. One of the proposed ideas was to replace the Orange Stinger with Geppetto's Puppet Swings, but it was decided that the Orange Stinger would instead be replaced by the Silly Symphony Swings, themed to Mickey Mouse. The major retheme in this area would have been to California Screamin', with that half of Paradise Pier being themed to the Disney villains. Guests would enter a villain-themed funhouse that formed the queue for the overlaid roller coaster, before guests boarded vehicles shaped like Hades that were launched by the Evil Queen into the mouth of Chernabog, with the scream tubes throughout the ride being themed to Jafar in snake form and Maleficent in dragon form. The coaster overlay never came to be, with funds being diverted from it to help with the costs of Cars Land and Buena Vista Street, which were considered more of a priority of this large-scale redevelopment of the park. Over in Hollywood backlot of the park, it was officially announced in December 2009 that Aladdin, a musical spectacular, would close in August 2010, so Toy Story the musical could make its debut at the Hyperion in early 2011. However, after a fan response, it was announced in May 2010 that Aladdin would not be leaving the park and that Toy Story the musical was officially cancelled. One of the very few times that fan reception to an announcement has caused an attraction to be cancelled. Our final and most recent cancelled attraction was only announced in 2019 at the D23 Expo as part of Phase 2 of DCA Avengers Campus. A Quinjet attraction was announced that would have taken guests on a mission in a Quinjet to Wakanda, before the seats would separate so guests could participate in the battle. However, the 2020 COVID-19 closure of Disneyland meant construction on this new attraction would never be built, and everything about the new attraction went very quiet. In June 2021, Disney's Hotel New York The Art of Marvel opened at Disneyland Paris, where, for one day only, they displayed concept art for the Quinjet attraction before it was quickly pulled. At the 2022 D23 Expo, it was officially confirmed that a different e-ticket attraction was being built for DCA's Phase 2, now themed to the Multiverse and King Thanos, later renamed Avengers Infinity Defense. With DCA changing multiple times over its 25 years of existence, it's understandable that many attractions have been cancelled in the development of new areas and refresh of existing lands. Would you have liked to experience any of these attractions and seen any of these built at DCA? Let me know in the comments down below.
Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below on what you want to see next on the Distory channel.